Hello everyone, this is BC from the Diva Lounge, and I am here to give my review on last night's Tough Enough. Now, let me make this perfectly clear to everyone out there who is watching, including anyone who may be on Tough Enough. I'm not going to be holding anything back, okay? Because I have been a fan of this sport in August 21 years. So I have a lot of expectations that I really feel I need met with regards to anyone new coming into this business. Okay? Again, I've been watching since I was 5 years old. So there's a lot at stake here, especially with the fact that a lot of you guys in there have had experience in the independent circuit. My expectations for you are very, very high because you guys already know the gist of what it is that needs to be done. So, with that being said, you guys who have been in the independent circuit, you need to fine-tune your techniques, work on your character, and you know what? I have no doubt that you guys are going to do just fine. For those of you who have very little experience, once again, if you have seen the Tough Enoughs with Al Snow, those, I have to tell you, are a walk in the park compared to what this man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, has in store for you. And I think you guys know this now, with regards to your first night. And I just have a few comments to make here. First of all, Miss USA, Rima. A pat on your ass? Really? Really? I mean, okay. With regards to that, this isn't a pageant. Little tricks like that are not going to fly. Okay? And it's like Trish Stratus said in her little conversation with Booker T, D-Mont, and Stone Cold. You pull something like that off at a pageant and you will get disqualified. You will be asked to leave. But Booker T does make a very good point. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Infamous words of Eddie Guerrero, the late great Eddie Guerrero. So, you know what? Being that you took things that far, in order to make sure that you're able to do what it is that is asked of you, put it this way, I will be watching you. Because if you're capable of doing something like that, then we really can't underestimate anything else when it comes down to you. And I especially like the way that you handled yourself with Michael, who we will get to in a moment. Now, Michelle, 11 years experience, you say 11 years experience, and 6 years you were modeling, and you regret it. You regret that decision, and you know what? Everyone has that moment in their life where they choose to do something, and they think that it's what they want to do, but then later on they realize, you know what? This really isn't for me. You're not the only one that has gone through that. So you know what? I'm not going to hold that against you. But Stone Cold's right. If you say that you have 11 years experience, you should know more than anyone in there what it is that is expected of you. Now, being that I'm willing to look at it as ring rust. Just like The Rock when he gave the rock bottom to John Cena on that Monday Night Raw. He tried getting up and he missed it. Ring rust. It happens to the best of them. And I really feel that you're going to come out on top with this. Because I do. I see it in you that you have that drive, you have that ambition. You really just need to refresh your memory as to what it is that you've learned. And And once again, just like everyone else in there who has had experience already in the independent circuit, you need to fine-tune your technique. I have no doubt, once again, I have no doubt that I'm going to see great things come out of you. Keep it up. And, you know, you really just need to brush off the cobwebs and just, with everything that's going to be thrown at you, you really need to remember what it is that you learned all those years ago. And once you do, it's going to be as easy as riding a bike. Eric, you really need to focus. I don't know what it is that, you know, had you not performing as well as everyone thought that you would. To be honest with you, dude, my 2-year-old daughter could run faster than you in that ring for those 3 minutes. You really need to just, you need to remind yourself why it is that you're there. Let that be the fire under your ass that you need in order to move. Because this is your second opportunity. You had your first, which was your first day there. Stone Cold just gave you a second chance. This is technically now your third. Don't screw it up. If anything, keep your brother in your mind and your mom in your mind as your motivation as to why it is that you're there. And you're going to do fine. Now, with regards to two people in particular, Ariane, of all the matches in the world, Melina versus Alicia Fox. Why? I'm telling you right now, Stone Cold looked like he wanted to slap you through the ring. Me, I have to say that my favorite match that I can remember, I mean, I have a lot, but one of my favorites was the Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels and Bret the Hitman Hart, because you have two very persistent men who were going to do anything that they could in order to win it. So much so that they wound up going overtime. And to see that kind of ambition, to see that kind of persistence and that kind of drive and hunger in two men to just give it all they have and more, to the point where if they had to wrestle all night until the next morning before there was a winner declared, they would do it. And that is something that really drives me to keep watching, because you know that the feuds are staged. You pretty much know that it's an extreme soap opera, but it's the manner in which these guys perform, and pretty much it's how they handle what's going on in the ring in front of all those people. It's up to them to have us keep watching. And a lot of times they will do anything necessary in order to make sure that we're still watching, that we're on the edge of our seats, that we're going to be talking about it for days, weeks, months, years. And that's something that I expect from each and every one of you, to really have that kind of drive and hunger to have yourself do anything possible to have your fans all over the world keep watching you and not get bored. And And Ariana, I have to say, I didn't see that out of you. I mean, for Christ's sake, you, even when you were being put to work in the overalls, you were complaining already, saying that, practically saying that this was demeaning you. When, you know what? Stone Cold makes a very good point. Life lessons are not only learned in the ring. You have to you have to know that you have to appreciate everyone, because everyone's job in this business is important. From the ring announcer to the wrestlers to the technicians to the janitors. Everyone's job is important. And you really need to keep that in mind. Because these people, they are pretty much, it's a team effort. It's a family effort. And if you're not willing to do that, then you might as well hit the bricks. Because if you're not going to be part of the team, then you're not going to last very long. There's no I in team. So, it isn't your time yet. But I have no doubt that we probably will see you again. And if that's the case, then, congratulations. But if not, then sorry. It's just not your time.